Some flee from the city. A hollow tree trunk becomes the final destination. Silently, digging deeper into the earth, where daylight is denied. The need to hide, to create a solid shelter, a self-made bunker. An animal hide spreads across the floor. A small fire ignites in the wall cavity, the first warmth driving away the damp cold. This is comfort, a well-deserved reward. Awakening. Darkness gives way to the forest's green-tinged light. Leaving the secret bunker, carrying a heavy backpack, carefully concealing the entrance with dry leaves. Survival demands endless perseverance, requiring constant shelter upgrades. Using a shovel to dig around the tree base, preparing to expand the bunker. Utilizing natural materials is the key. Digging relentlessly, each layer of earth and stone peeled away, piled high beside the tree base. The old forest's heat and humidity make the work exhausting, but focus never wavers. The excavation must go deeper and wider to ensure concealment and protection from nature and wildlife. Glancing up at the green canopy, knowing this place will soon become a solid base, completely underground. After digging deep enough, focus shifts to reinforcing the foundation. Old tree roots gripping the earth become a major challenge. Using an axe and small shovel to cut through, clearing the area around the tree base. Each axe stroke is an effort to expand living space, turning rotted roots into a natural wall. Physical exhaustion is overshadowed by the feeling of creating a solid structure. A large knife scrapes away remaining damp, rotted bark pieces, carefully removing weak root sections. This is the critical stage to prevent insects and ensure the bunker wall's durability. Then, descending fully into the pit, continuing to dig deeper and level the bunker floor, transforming this area into a square hole. Deeper excavation will help maintain stable temperature underground. The earth around the tree base proves harder than expected, requiring both shovel and small axe to loosen the soil. Each hammer blow, each scoop drips with sweat. The largest tree root is severed, widening the bunker entrance. This is the work of a lone miner, fighting every inch of earth to create a secret, safer living space against the cold forest nights. After leveling the bunker floor, scraping clean the remaining rotted patches at the tree base, what will become a solid protective wall. The green canopy above sees only a massive mound of earth and stone, perfectly concealing the construction below. Tapping the wooden trunk lightly with an axe, testing its sturdiness, sensing the invisible safety this bunker provides. Carefully using hands to scrape and clear debris inside the hollow trunk. Then, bending to crawl through the small gap, using the shovel to clear remaining earth beneath the bunker floor. Standing in the deep hole, looking up at the square opening, seeing the results of effort. The forest remains lush and quiet, but underground, a fortress is being built. After hours of struggle, the shelter hole has taken shape, deep and square. Continuing to smooth the floor and bunker walls, scraping away all uneven spots. Now to design an underground heating system, a clever survival detail, digging a small cavity in the earth wall for a future fire pit. The clay layer exposed at the bunker bottom promises excellent insulation. Using the shovel to carve out a small arched stove cavity right on the clay wall. This cavity, though simple, will be the heat-keeping heart of the bunker, utilizing warmth from the fire spreading into the earth wall. Then, scooping out the last layer of loose earth, examining the achievement, a deep, clean shelter bunker, ready for the next construction phase. Standing in the underground bunker, smiling with satisfaction at the shelter's size, no longer feeling cramped. Next is gathering building materials. Climbing up, using a sharp machete to cut dry branches of appropriate size, necessary for roofing and reinforcement. In the deep forest, every dead branch has golden value, helping shape the roof cover and future floor. Using an axe to split large, rotted wood pieces, creating rough planks. Then, measuring the necessary length, placing the first wooden beam across the bunker opening to test sturdiness. Drilling a hole, driving a solid wooden stake into the earth, creating an anchor point. In the stove cavity, smoothing the clay arch. This meticulous preparation is the foundation of survival when weather turns bad. Checking the stove cavity again, ensuring the earth arch is perfectly shaped. Once more stepping onto the ground, searching for a dead birch trunk. This resin-rich bark is ideal roofing material, absolutely waterproof. With the machete, carefully peeling each bark piece. Step by step, the underground house is gradually materializing, protected by skill and forest resources. Selecting a tree trunk with suitable diameter, sawing it into round slices, creating floor blocks. With a backpack heavy with wood slices, returning to the bunker. This is an effective moisture-proofing solution, keeping the body away from cold ground. Carefully arranging them, creating a natural wooden carpet. Each wood slice placed brings the first feeling of warmth and safety. Continuing to bring heavy wood slices down to the bunker, filling remaining gaps, creating a flat, clean wooden floor. Testing by walking, the round wooden floor is solid and completely insulates from ground cold. Construction is half complete. Stepping out again, observing the dense canopy above, searching for other natural materials to camouflage and protect the bunker roof. using a knife to cut branches with dense green leaves, gathering them into large bundles, tying them tightly together, creating natural cushions. This is not just bedding, but also an important insulation layer. Bringing the leaf bundle down to the bunker, spreading a fresh green carpet over the wooden floor, creating a soft resting space, minimizing moisture from the earth. Beginning the roof frame phase by finding straight long wood pieces, using the machete to carefully remove rough, rotted bark. Focusing on measuring and cutting these wooden beams to fit perfectly with the bunker opening length. These will be the main rafters, bearing load for the entire roof cover. The floor is complete and ready for roof structure. Driving a temporary support post, then sequentially transporting the prepared heavy wooden beams to the bunker opening, descending, lifting each wooden beam to place across, creating primary roof structure. This is about force and precision. When wooden beams are stacked on each other, feeling the weight of earth and wood distributed, creating remarkable solidity. Continuing to bring large wood pieces down to the bunker, installing them parallel, creating a solid roof cover. Careful alignment needed so wooden beams lie close together, minimizing gaps. The work rhythm combines raw strength and technique. After placing the main frame, climbing out, checking large rotted tree trunks nearby to prepare for the next waterproof layer. Finding an old rotted tree trunk, perfect for collecting thick, porous bark. This bark is an excellent second roofing layer, preventing rain from seeping into the wooden frame. Bringing large bark pieces back, carefully placing them stacked on the rafters. The rough bark layers cling together, creating a natural protective surface, covering the bunker roof tightly. The bunker roof now covered with a bark layer, beginning the final camouflage phase. Using the shovel to scoop earth dug from the beginning, carefully spreading evenly over the wooden roof, creating a perfect insulation and waterproof layer. Then, gathering dry leaves to cover on top. From a distance, the hidden bunker has completely disappeared, leaving only a moss-covered tree base. After completing the camouflage layer, starting to create the bunker lid. Bending a flexible branch into a circle, then using small firewood pieces placed across, creating a solid trapdoor frame. This lid must fit perfectly with the tree base opening, ensuring secrecy and easy access. Precision in each knot demonstrates deep survival experience. Placing the completed trapdoor frame on the tree base opening, a perfect fit. Then, gathering moss from a rotted tree trunk. The lush green moss layer is placed on the wooden frame, not only camouflaging, but also creating a natural insulation layer. Each moss piece carefully attached, making the bunker lid invisible amid the old forest scenery. Continuing to gather moss and rotted wood pieces, trying to completely camouflage the surrounding area. The bunker lid is tightly covered, harmonized to the point of being nearly indistinguishable. Using hands to insert small branches vertically into the moss layer on the lid. After completion, clearing final traces, disappearing into the forest. The bunker is ready, awaiting its first test. When night falls, returning to the secret base. Carefully clearing the camouflage leaf layer, opening the lid, and gently crawling down into the bunker. Warm space in the earth's embrace welcomes the tired body. Taking items from the backpack, arranging the animal hide on the leaf cushion. The first night in this bunker is the reward for hours of persistent labor, ensuring absolute safety. Stone. gently cleaning dry leaves around the area, checking the bunker entrance again. Opening the camouflage lid, bending to crawl down, flashlight creating cozy space. Taking the animal hide from the backpack, carefully placing it on the wooden floor, preparing for the night's rest. Feeling absolute safety as the secret door closes behind. Sitting down, taking a deep breath after a long, exhausting day, sensing the solitude. The clay stove waits, lining it with dry kindling and striking a match to light the first flame. Fire flares up warm, reflecting on the bunker walls, dispelling darkness. Preparing a simple meal, placing fresh meat on foil with vegetables. This small flame is life, is hope underground. Gently placing the food package deep into the stove cavity, utilizing stable temperature to cook through. The clay layer will retain heat like a pressure cooker. Taking out the machete, cutting tender cooked chicken. The foil preserves flavor and nutrients. A warm, nutritious dinner underground is sweet compensation. Placing the cooked meat slice between two bread halves, adding greens, creating a complete survival meal. The flavor of simple food becomes wonderful in the lonely underground setting. Savoring slowly, firelight casting on calm face, expressing satisfaction. This moment is not just eating, but recharging energy for the next survival battle. Continuing to chew the meat sandwich, enjoying the sweetness from fresh bell peppers. After the meal, tidying items, placing the machete in the leather sheath. Patting the earth wall lightly, feeling residual warmth from the stove. The animal hide spreads flat. Tonight rest will be deep. Night envelops, lying down, completely safe underground. Dawn pierces through the canopy, awakening to the forest silence, bringing new energy. Leaving the bunker, continuing to explore the surrounding area. Finding a massive, uprooted tree base, creating a natural roof and earth barrier. This is a great opportunity. Immediately using the shovel to clear, deciding to build another bunker under the tree root system. Using the shovel to clear leaves and dry branches, determinedly digging deeper into the earth layer beneath the massive root system. Tree roots increase soil stability, minimizing landslide possibility. Each powerful scoop peels away hard clay layers, expanding bunker space. This work demands great strength, but knowing this place will become a sturdier, more spacious space. Continuing excavation work, squaring the bunker walls, carefully removing loose earth and stone. Utilizing nature's availability, gathering more dry branches for auxiliary construction materials. Then, using an axe to neatly cut the newly found branches. These are necessary wooden beams for creating door frames or small reinforcement details. Wood sections with uniform length, forming a temporary ladder. The wooden beams are stacked and secured by driving the axe deep into each joint. This is a solid ladder that will facilitate easy movement in and out of the new bunker. The homemade wooden ladder is complete, placing it down into the new bunker. The ladder angles perfectly, facilitating easy movement. Standing in the bunker, using an axe to flatten earth wall layers, creating smoothness and firmness. The exposed yellow clay layer is an excellent sign for insulation capability. Then, continuing to dig deeper into the uprooted tree root section. Standing on the leveled yellow clay floor, using the shovel to scrape clean excess earth layers on bunker walls, revealing natural color stratification. Beginning to dig a new stove cavity on the clay wall, deeper and rounder than the previous bunker. Carefully smoothing the surface inside the cavity. The stove cavity is ready to become a natural underground heating system. Continuing to gather dry firewood pieces to build a rocket stove-style heater to increase thermal efficiency. Also digging additional small cavities on clay walls for storing personal items. Standing in the bunker, throwing a long firewood piece into the stove cavity. This second bunker is more spacious, with potential to become a long-term shelter base. Continuing to create a small ventilation hole on the ground surface, far from the main entrance. This hole will supply fresh air to the bunker and help release smoke when burning fire. Climbing out, bringing large wood beams already stripped clean, placing 2 parallel across the bunker opening, creating the first load-bearing structure for the roof. With deep bunker design, roof reinforcement is crucial. Placing 2 more large wooden beams, perpendicular to the first pair, forming a solid roof frame. From underground, checking the structure again, ensuring load-bearing beams distribute weight evenly. Digging additional small auxiliary cavities for storage, creating a convenient wall cavity system. Every detail is calculated to optimize cramped, discrete underground living space. Sawing more smaller wooden beams from a birch log. This is light material, ideal for making bed base. Bringing them down to the bunker, neatly arranging at one end of the bunker, creating a natural wooden platform, elevated from the ground. Sitting to test, checking structure stability. This will be a dry resting place during damp nights. continuing to carve small wood pieces to create locking pins, ensuring bed structure stability. Bringing small wood bundles down to the bunker, using rope to secure wooden beams together into a long platform. Placing this platform on the leveled clay base. This meticulous work is the difference between surviving the night and having a safe, deep sleep. Each large wooden beam is placed lengthwise, extending from the uprooted tree root system outward, creating the main roof frame. Filling gaps with fresh green moss layer gathered from the ground surface. This moss layer provides effective insulation and waterproofing. Then, beginning to cover clay and sand over the moss layer. The combination of material layers completes the solid roof for the new bunker. The bunker owner spends time creating a hidden lid for the new escape route. Small firewood pieces are tightly bound, covered with a thick layer of fresh moss, creating absolute camouflage. Gently placing the lid down, blending into the dry wood layer. This shelter beneath a fallen tree is a classic example of maximizing terrain. Carefully placing the backpack beside the tree base. As dusk descends, the survivor climbs down into the second bunker, space dark as ink. Taking items from the backpack, placing the animal hide on the new wooden bed. Kindling fire right in the clay stove cavity. Flames flare strongly in the sealed bunker, warmth immediately spreading, transforming the clay layer into an effective heat storage component. In flickering candlelight from wall cavities, preparing a hot meal. Fresh meat is seasoned with spices, placed in the pan. Placing the pan on the campfire in the earth cavity, utilizing direct heat. While waiting, meticulously chopping vegetables on a rough wooden cutting board. The crackling sound of fire and smell of cooking meat spread, transforming the dark shelter into a cozy kitchen. Under the weak light of flame and candle, the bunker builder flips the pan. Seasoned chicken pieces have turned golden brown. Placing the pan on the homemade wooden table. A hearty dinner is laid out. Fragrant cooked chicken, bread, and fresh vegetables. Breaking a piece of bread, adding meat and vegetables. This is the moment of absolute rest, satisfaction welling up. Continuing the meal, enjoying the sweet meat flavor. Then, adding dry firewood to the stove, maintaining stable temperature. Fire burns bright, warmth spreading throughout the bunker. The animal hide spreads across the wooden bed. Lying down, facing the dancing flames. Final warm light drives away darkness as the bunker owner falls into deep sleep, absolutely safe underground. If this impressive survival journey intrigues you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to follow the entire construction process, daily activities, and other secret survival skills. Hit the notification bell to not miss upcoming challenges. Thanks for joining this journey. See you in the next episodes.